Yo, what up, family? I want to talk about a couple of books I feel is interesting. A little while back, I was turned on by Underground Railroad. I don't know if y'all tune into that on YouTube. If not, check it out. It's a lot of real good, deep information on there. Underground Railroad and also Sinetta TV. But on Underground Railroad, the host, he turned me on. He said something about a book, The I Am, by Neville Goddard. So I went and checked it out or whatever, and I came across some real powerful information. So it's two books basically I'm kind of speaking on today. One is The Power of Imagination by Neville Goddard, and the other is The Kabbalion. So basically what I want to talk about is mental transmutation. In the Kabbalion, it states that the universe is mental, right? And basically we're all part of the all in the all. And the universe was created from out of the all. Everything makes up the all. Everything in existence is a part of the all in the all. And the universe is mental. All right, we're in the all is mental, right? So we're just in the mind of the all. And it states that well, the Kabbalion is talking about universal laws. So it's dealing with the all, it's dealing with mental transmutation, mental gender, polarity, rhythm. Everything has polarity, everything has opposites. Everything has a left and a right, a up and a down, hot and a cold, fat and skinny. Everything has an opposite. Rhythm is everything has a flow, everything has a rhythm going in and out. Everything has a rhythm to it, like the pendulum swing, from right to left. Everything has a rhythm. But what I want to talk about is mental transmutation. Mentally transmuting from one state to another. The power of your mind, how changing your thoughts change your reality, how changing your thoughts and changing yourself mentally actually change matter, because you gotta remember that all is mental. The universe is mental. We're living in the mind of the universe. Anything in existence was a thought first. It existed as a thought first. So, thoughts is seeds. When you think upon something, you meditate upon something, it's like planting a seed that will soon grow and sprout into reality. So that's also dealing with mental transmutation. So I found that very interesting when I was reading the book The Power of Imagination. And in this book, he basically make practical understanding of the Bible, basically giving you a different understanding than what you probably would be used to. It's not taking the stories literal. He's taking the stories and he's applying them to you psychologically. And he's breaking down the stories in the Bible. And one of the stories in the Bible that he broke down was the story of Noah. So, and he's talking about the story of Noah and his sons. Now, I don't disagree with Dr. Ben when he states that Dr. Ben and many others, when he states that the story of Ham, Noah and Ham and his brothers and the sons or whatever, the sons of Noah, that's, you know, a racist story towards black people, saying that all black people is cursed. I'm with Dr. Ben with that 100%. And but you got to understand, it's different levels of understanding. It's several different meanings and levels of understanding to the Bible. Mainly P. Hall talks about that in the Secret Teachings of All Ages. So when you're reading the Bible, it's 7 different levels of meaning and understanding to the stories. So in the book of The Power of Imagination, Neville Goddard, he talks about how Noah, which means to know, which means the realization of yourself, and Shem means name, which means the realization of a desire or a thing wanted, and Ham, which means warmth or to live, which means feeling, you know, the feeling of something. And the last name starts with a J, I can't pronounce it, which means to expand, and which means to realize the thing desired into reality, to realize it in reality, to you know, to realize it to be true, to see it bring forth, to see it come forth to reality. So when Ham was cursed because he's seen his father's secrets, he's seen his father naked, when he was cursed to serve his 2 brothers, he's stating that means that Ham, which means warm or alive, which is feeling, which means feeling, the feeling of something. When he was cursed to serve his other 2 brothers, that means the feeling is the key, because Shem is the name, which means to realize the desire or a thing wanted, to name the desire. When he was cursed to serve his brothers, the feeling is the key to bring the desire into reality, which is his other brother's name starts with a J, I can't pronounce, to expansion. So the feeling is the key to bring the thing desire into reality by meditating upon the feeling, having the feeling that it's already true, feeling as if you already have it, feeling as if it's already there, having the feeling that that's what it is. You know, when you have a desire and you fix yourself to feel that the desire, that you have the desire, that you already completed the task, or wherever the case may be, you're feeling as if it's already, you know, you already have it, it already happened, or the state is already in the now. So the feeling is the key to bringing that forth. And he break down another story, the Daniel in the lion's den, and he talk about how when Daniel was thrown in the lion's den, the lions were supposed to be hungry and haven't eaten and all of that, so they supposed to have been real hungry. And when Daniel went in the lion's den, he turned towards his father and prayed, and the goodness of his father basically cured the appetite of the lions. So he basically states that God is your consciousness, and when he turned towards his consciousness and turned his back towards the lions, and he focused upon that which is good, which is his consciousness, which is God. He focused upon that which is good, and turned his back upon that which was bad. And basically, that's how he got out of that situation. So that's the key to get yourself out of undesirable situations, to focus on that which is good and to turn your back on that which is bad, and to, you know, to realize yourself on another plane, and, you know, and to bring it forth into reality. So I just think it's real interesting, you know, I just think it's real interesting to have some real interesting information to have. And if you ever look into magic, study any type of magic, basically that's the key to magic, well, I ain't gonna say all magical process, but that's the key to magical process. Magic is in the mind. It's believing, knowing the power of your mind. You know, that's magic. Believing and knowing the power of your mind to bring forth into reality, which they talk about a mental transmutation in the Kabbalion. You know, changing your thoughts, you change your reality. You know how your mind actually affects matter, affects material. So I don't know, that's pretty much it, for real. I really can't think of nothing else, so peace out.